What's going on, everyone? It's your boy back up in this thing. K-Mac back here with the Blitzburg Coverage Podcast. Friday night, coming at y'all with a little preview for tomorrow's game between the Steelers at home versus the fellow division rival Cincinnati Bengals. Let's talk about this preview of this game. Very pivotal game at this point in the season, as both squads are trying to look to get in the playoffs. Steelers come off of a 3-game losing streak, and the Bengals come off of a win in overtime over the Minnesota Vikings last Saturday, as they were the game before us. Talking about some injuries for this game. No Minka. Damontae Kazee obviously suspended. No Trenton Thompson. Keanu Neal has been on IR for a while now, so it sounds like Elijah Riley's going to be the guy back there. Patrick Peterson's going to be playing safety as well. We're going to be playing Levi Wallace at corner to help replace Patrick Peterson. Joey Porter will be out there, and then Shannon Sullivan will be the starting nickel. We elevated Miles Jack to the active roster from the practice squad. We have Atlanta Roberts there. So a lot of injuries, just some guys are going to be filling back there that haven't really played a whole lot. So Pickett's not going to be playing tomorrow, so Rudolph will be the starter for tomorrow's game. It'd be nice to see a win. Will we win? I don't really know. I would just like to see a win. I don't really care how close, how we do it. But the Bengals look to be. I feel like they're on a winning streak. Since they lost to us, I think they've won 3 games straight. They beat the Jags, they beat the Vikings, and I forgot who else they played. But Jake Browning has looked a lot better since his first debut game against us. So I don't think this game is going to go similar to how last time went, which was a month ago. A game in which we won 16-10, over 400 yards of offense. So I just don't really see it happening. I really don't. I wanted to go to this game when the schedules first came out because I thought this would be a big game for the division. Obviously, that it still is, but I was expecting us to be kind of looking a lot better, hitting our peak. The Bengals with Burrow. Thought this would be for the division potentially, but that's all in hindsight. So we got Rudolph, the Naj, the Moose, the Warren. We're still playing Dan Moore Jr. at left tackle, so I think Trey Henderson will give him the work. Broderick Jones at right tackle. Had some bad reps last week, but he's a rookie playing at a position he's never even played. So that's just another mismanaged situation, in my opinion, by this coaching staff and Tomlin. A lot of fire was going on at Tomlin this week with the whole George Pickens thing, with the lack of effort on that run play by Warren. A play in which he could have scored had at least George Pickens ran his corner out, to the pylon or blocked him, but he quit on the play and said he was afraid of getting injured. Jaylen Warren responds back saying, if I was in this spot, I would have blocked for him, but we don't play the same. And then Minka calling out teammates weeks ago, TJ calling out some practice players not being, cool being criticized. And it's just like, this is just so toxic right now, man. This culture that Tomlin has enabled, by, in my opinion, after the play Deontay against the Bengals, Deontay literally gave up on the Jaylen Warren fumble. He didn't bench him. George Pickens at times has showed same problems, lack of effort. He doesn't bench him. But then you bench Chukwuma Okorafor for talking shit on the sidelines about Still trying to win the game when we're down 10 against the Jags. You bench him for that. For slander. But you don't bench Deontay and George Pickens for lack of effort on the field. What does that tell the players in the locker room? You're losing the locker room, my dude. Your message is not, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Because you're okay with it because they're talented. You should have sat them motherfuckers down. Bench their ass. Let them know. It will not be tolerated. But because you're okay with it, that's why we continue to have diva receivers. Look at the history. It speaks for itself. So we got Rudolph back at the helm. He's 3-0 against Cincinnati. As far as the Bengals go, not a whole lot of injuries as far as I know outside of Jamar Chase. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I know Jamar Chase isn't playing, that's a big loss for them. I think he's arguably their best player outside of Burrow, to be honest with you. And, T. Higgins will be the guy to stop, but do I think we'll stop him? Probably not, because even when Michael Pittman Jr. went down last week, the Colts still fucking threw all over us. Maybe you put JPJ on him and let him work, but receivers have given us fits all year. I don't expect that to change. So, the key to winning this game is, how about let's play some defense, stop the run. Alex Highsmith, maybe you wake up, maybe Cam Hayward wakes up. Let that pass rush, get the Bengals into some early down passing situations. And see if our pass rush can do something. If we let Mixon get going, we're going to be in trouble, just like last week. Offensively speaking, I would like to see us get back to running the ball well with Warren and Naj. Maybe they both can get 70 yards. Maybe one of them can get a touchdown. Not really sure. So on defense, I say stop the run first and let TJ and the homies eat. That's our best chance. On offense, I don't expect much to change because schematically we are just so flawed. At this point in the season, the plays just, unless we get that run game going, we're pretty much toast. It's hard to be optimistic. I don't like coming out here and being like this. I really don't. But the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, the past 3 games, things have not gone well. We've turned over the ball. We've been a very undisciplined group, and it's hard not to expect that to fucking change as we are faded into December. It's a Christmas Eve game. Maybe Rudolph will spark something. I don't know. But for a score prediction for this game, I like the Bengals 24, Pittsburgh 14, maybe 17. Maybe 17 points because the Bengals defense hasn't been that good, but the Cardinals defense wasn't that good. Patriots defense was pretty stiff. Colts defense, decent, but I would like to see a win. But at this point, let's just lose out. Get to 7-10. Trade Tomlin. Let's bring in a new coach. Let's bring in someone that actually holds their players accountable. Someone with the offensive mind. And, let's see how this offseason goes. But I want to see us win tomorrow. I do. But Jake Browning has actually been playing some really good ball. And we haven't. And that's just the facts. So, shorter episode for me. I'm not going to make this a 30-minute episode of me bitching and just complaining. There's no need for that. And maybe Rudolph, I think I like Rudolph playing in there more than Mitch because Rudolph isn't as prone to turnovers. Though he lacks mobility, he's a bit of a statue at times, holds on to the ball too long. Not the best thrower of the ball, but, unless I fucking knock on wood, Trubisky is just a walking turnover. Rudolph, not so much, though, but that will be seen tomorrow at 4:30. So, Hope you guys have a good holiday weekend, good Christmas and all that. I'll probably recap the game tomorrow. Post game, hopefully a post game victory. That would be cool. But no promises, no guarantees with this team. We'll probably split with the Bengals and go 1-1, and we'll be 7-8, and I don't even know what to expect. So I don't like coming on here and being like this. This isn't really how I like to do it, but how can anyone be optimistic at this point, The only thing good we got going is TJ and JPJ and Jalen Warren. But Pickens is acting like a fool. There's no leadership on offense. And the defense is sick of this shit. Fucking, they don't play the best, but I mean, fuck, they've played way better than the offense has. And it's like, at what point does the offense do anything? Don't know. Remains to be seen. I don't know if we'll ever see it this year. And it blows, man. But that's it for me. Episode 26 is in the books, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of tomorrow's game. How do you think it's going to go? You think we win? You think we lose? I think we take the L. Probably 24-14. Maybe 24-17. But I'm being generous with that. So that's it for me. See y'all later. We out this B. And have a good Friday night.